비하인드넷 이번 160회는 3년 3개월 비하인드넷 160회 역사상 최초로 보이는 라디오로 진행하게 됐습니다. 그에 걸맞는 특별한 게스트와 함께하는 특집, 오늘은 대명킬러웨일즈의 케빈 콘스탄틴 감독 그리고 마이클 부스토 코치와 함께합니다. 국내 최초, 국내 유일의 아이스하키 팟캐스트 비하인드넷 160회 시작합니다. 안녕하세요. 비하인드넷의 김태범입니다. 이게 웬일입니까? 저희가 오늘 160회 사상 최초로 보이는 라디오로 진행하게 됐습니다. 오늘 박himchan PD가 카메라 촬영을 담당하고 있는 관계로 화면에는 보이지 않고 있고요. 이현숙 기자도 오늘 함께 하려고 했었는데 급히 좀 개인적인 스케줄 때문에 아쉽게도 이 자리에 오늘 참석하지 못했습니다. 양해 부탁드리겠습니다. 오늘 저희 녹음 장소가 평상시와는 다릅니다. 평상시에 저희가 녹음했던 스튜디오가 아니라 오늘은 대명킬러웨일즈의 홈 링크인 인천 선악국제빙상장 안에 있는 특별 세트를 마련했다고 해야 될까요? 열심히 준비했다는 점 말씀드리면서 출발을 해볼게요. 그러면 오늘 함께 할 160회 특별한 게스트, 오늘 뭔가 좀 아우라가 느껴지는 것 같아요. 소개를 드리겠습니다. 대명킬러웨일즈의 케빈 콘스탄틴 감독, 그리고 역시 대명킬러웨일즈에 새롭게 합류한 마이클 부스토 코치입니다. 안녕하십니까? 헬로.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 비하인드넷 청취자 여러분께 첫인사 먼저 부탁드리겠습니다.
Yeah, hello. It's wonderful to be back. We're excited for another season. It's a little hot. It's like beach volleyball weather. But soon the weather will change, and real soon we'll be playing hockey again. And we're excited to get going for our season number 2, season number 3. But we're excited to get going.
그리고 오늘 정말 대명킬러웨일즈 팬분들에게도 첫 인사를 드리는 분인 것 같아요. 새로 합류하게 된 새로운 코치 마이클 부스토 코치입니다. 인사 말씀 부탁드리겠습니다.
Yeah, I'm very excited to join the Daemyoung organization and can't wait to get started on our main camp here. So far the guys, the players, the staff have been great, and we'll continue to work hard and put the work in to make a successful team this year. I know Kevin has told me wonderful things throughout the summer, and I've met the guys, and they've been very welcoming, and I can't wait to meet the fans of the Daemyoung Killer Whales.
한국에 온 지 한 3주 정도 되셨다고 들었는데 한국에 대한 첫인상 어떠세요? 역시 덥나요?
I like it a lot. I'm learning a lot. It's difficult at times, just going to restaurants, but people are very nice. People who know English like to speak English with me and make me feel very welcome to the city and the country.
그 감독님 같은 경우에는 작년 11월에 종합선수권대회 결승전 경기 직후에 저희 온더스포츠하고 인터뷰를 진행했었어요. 혹시 기억하시는지? 그때 비하인드넷에 출연을 기쁜 마음으로 하겠다 이렇게 약속을 하셨는데 혹시 기억하시는지?
Oh yes, of course. I remember the interview. It was probably maybe the biggest highlight of last year was winning the Korea Cup, and I remember talking to you right after it, and I remember being thrown up in the air by all the players, which scared me, but it was fun. So I remember very, very clearly.
네, 그때 출연하겠다고 약속해 주신 게 오늘 현실로 이루어졌어요. 출연에 대해서 너무나 감사드립니다.
You're welcome.
Promise comes true.
Yes. Yes.
자, 오늘 케빈 콘스탄틴 감독, 마이클 부스토 코치와 함께하는 시간인데 저희가 항상 게스트분들 나오시면 특히 선수 출신 분들이 나오시면 이 순서를 항상 진행을 해요. 이분들이 걸어온 하키 인생 제가 찾을 수 있는 데까지만 좀 소개를 해드리고 청취자 여러분의 좀 이해를 돕기 위한 그런 시간을 갖거든요. 제가 감독님 그리고 코치님에 대해서 잠시 좀 커리어를 읊을 텐데 혹시 들으시면서 잘못된 점이 있으면 바로바로 좀 지적을 해 주십사 부탁을 드리겠습니다. 먼저 케빈 콘스탄틴 감독, 1958년생이세요. 만 59세, 58년 개띠. 올해 우리나라 개띠해잖아요. 좋은 기운이 느껴지는 것 같습니다.
환갑이십니다. 환갑.
1978년에 NHL 드래프트 9라운드 154순위로 몬트리올 캐네디언스의 지명을 받으셨던 또 이력이 있고 선수 때 포지션은 골리 활약을 하셨고 1977년 78 시즌부터 3년간 NCAA 또 선수 활약이 있네요. 근데 하지만 이후 선수로서의 기록이 없더라고요. 안 나오더라고요. 일찍 선수 은퇴를 하신 것 같은데 그 부분에 대한 설명 좀 할 수 있을까요?
I was out of hockey for 3 or 4 years. Did a variety of things from being a carpenter to selling cars to being a bartender. And I was very, very lucky in life to get back into hockey after being out of hockey for 3 years because none of those other jobs were fun and I love being part of hockey.
아, 그런 또 특이한 이력이 있었군요. 네. 1985-86 시즌에 USHL 노르스 아이오와 허스키스에서 감독으로 부임하면서 본격적인 지도자 생활을 시작하셨어요. 그때 감독님 나이가 26살.
Yes, very, very young. I was a young starting coach, and when I reached the NHL, I was the youngest coach in the NHL at that time. Yeah, very young.
그 이력을 보면서 그럼 저는 26살 때 뭐 했나 잠깐 떠올려 봤는데 거슬러 올라가 보니까 기억이 나는 게 제가 이제 직업으로서 방송을 처음 했던 나이가 26살 때였더라고요.
Yeah.
When I was 26.
When you were 26, yeah.
박김자 PD 26살 때 뭐 했어요? 기억나세요?
저는 10년 전이잖아요.
네.
그때 처음 아이스하키와 인연을 맺었죠.
요.
Really? First, nice.
And I'm also, when I was 26, I started a job as in the Korean Hockey Association.
Yeah. See, 26.
26가
It's an important age.
네. 굉장히 의미 있는 나이가 되고 있네요. 코치님은 한 6년 전인 것 같은데.
26. I think I was playing in France. My first year playing hockey in France.
의미가 있는 26살 잠시 또 상기를 해봤습니다. 이후에 감독님이 미국 성인 국가대표팀 그리고 20세 이하 대표팀 코치를 거쳐서 1990년, 91년에는 미국 20세 이하 대표팀 감독을 역임하셨어요. 또 1991, 92 시즌에 IHL, 현재 AHL이라고 할 수 있는 캔자스시티 블레이즈 감독으로서 그때 터너컵 챔피언 우승을 차지하셨고 그 해에 코치 오브 디 이어 올해 감독상까지 수상하셨군요.
Yes.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
그리고 나서 NHL 감독으로 부임을 하시게 되는데 1993, 94 시즌에 세너제이 샤크스 감독으로 부임을 하셔서 부임 첫 시즌에 당시에 세너제이 팀 창단 최다 승점을 기록하면서 플레이오프에 진출하게 됐어요. 이후에 세너제이 팀 사상 처음으로 2년 연속 플레이오프 진출을 시킨 감독이셨고 세너제이에서 3시즌 동안 감독을 하셨네요. 그리고 나서 1997, 98 시즌에 피츠버그 펭귄스 감독도 역임을 하셨는데 그때 부임했을 때가 백지선, 박용수 선수가 막 피츠버그를 떠난 직후였어요. 예, 그것도 시기가 맞물리더라고요. 피츠버그에서 3시즌 동안 또 플레이오프 진출이라는 성과를 이루셨습니다.
Yeah, they were. Jim Pack and Richard Park and I just missed each other in Pittsburgh. So we know each other because of the Pittsburgh connection, but weren't on the exact same teams. So.
당시 피츠버그 감독하실 때 피츠버그 팀 주장이 체코의 야로미르 야거 선수였는데 야로미르 야거 선수 하면 한국에서는 굉장히 그 살아있는 전설 같은 그런 존재거든요. 감독님이 직접 겪어본 그 감독님이 기억하는 야로미르 야거 선수는 어떤 선수였나요?
Fascinating. Probably the most interesting player I ever coached, and we could tell stories to chew up all the rest of the time of your show. He was a very, very interesting player and fun to coach and very interesting to coach, different than any other player I ever coached.
참 다행인 것이 감독님이 야구 선수에 대해서 좋은 얘기를 잠시나마 또 비춰주셔서 많이 좋아하시는 국내 팬분들이 환상이 깨지지 않았다. 이 부분은 참 다행인 것 같아요. 네, 감사합니다. 2001-2002 시즌에 뉴저지 데블스 감독하신 게 이제 NHL 감독으로서 마지막 이력인데 총 7시즌 NHL 감독 생활을 하시면서 통산 159승, 7시즌 중에 플레이오프 진출 6번. 아, 대단하세요. 근데 왜 그 NHL 감독 시절과는 달리 대명킬러웨일즈 첫 해에는 플레이오프 진출에 실패하셨나 이 얘기를 잠깐 이따가 물어보려고 하고 있어요.
I'm ready.
자, 그리고 NHL 감독 커리어 이후에 거의 한 15년 동안 WHL, AHL, 스위스 NLA, 프랑스 등에서 감독 생활을 또 다양하게 경험하셨고 2017년 6월에 작년 6월에 아시아리그 대명킬러웨일즈의 제2대 감독으로 부임을 하셨습니다. 3년 계약, 이제 올해로 2번째 시즌이 됐는데 그때 그 감독으로 오셨을 때 현재 대명킬러웨일즈의 빌 머레이 트레이너와의 각별한 인연이 계기가 됐다 이런 보도가 있었어요. 뭐 겉으로 드러난 이력을 봐서는 뉴저지 데블스 시절에 감독과 트레이너로서 인연을 맺었다 뭐 이런 얘기가 나왔는데 작년에 한국 오시는 거와 관련해서 또 좀 비화가 있는지 비하인드 스토리가 있는지 또 궁금해지는데요.
Yeah, I'd have about 3 things to say about what you just mentioned. 1, I'm the luckiest man in the world because I get to keep doing what I love, and that's how I look at it. 2, because I coached in Switzerland and and France and really enjoyed the experience of combining hockey with a different culture. I found that fascinating and fun. And 3, yes, Bill Murray, from my experiences coaching the New Jersey Devils, where he was the trainer while I was with the Devils, that relationship is what started me being aware of the opportunity with Dame Young. And so Bill was a big, big part in why I came to Korea.
네, 26살 때 처음 감독 생활 시작하셔서 이제 지도자 경력만 30년이 훌쩍 넘으신 상황인데 대명킬러웨일즈에서도 여전히 또 지도자로서의 또 열정을 보여주고 계십니다. 자, 이제 마이클 부스터 코치님의 차례인데 앞서 감독님에 대한 소개 들으시면서 어떠셨는지 혹시 뭐 몰랐던 거 새로 알게 되신 거 있는지 또 궁금해지는데요.
Well, I first kind of heard of Kevin when my friend played for him in the WHL in Everett. And he took an expansion team all the way to the finals. And I just remember how many good things he had to say about that experience playing for Kevin. And then I was lucky enough this summer, his old assistant coach, who was my old head coach, reached out to me and said Kevin was looking for an assistant. And we talked in the summer. I ended up being chosen for the position, and ever since then I've been kind of learning how to be a coach. And anyone who ever asked me, I said, this job is like getting your master's in coaching. I think Kevin's details are amazing, and his attention to detail, his focus, what he expects from his players, everything is just top of what I've seen in my career.
면접 스토리가 또 궁금해지는데 감독님 그때 그 코치님 딱 면접 볼 때 어떤 인상을 받으셨어요? 어떤 점이 마음에 드셨는지?
Obviously very good because he got the job. I think he got the job mostly because people that I have a lot of faith in really highly recommended him. I couldn't find a person that I called to tell me about Mike that didn't have great things to say about him. So it was the reputation he left behind as a person and a player for other people that made it easy to hire him because people had great things to say about him.
정말 좋은 분이다라는 인상을 갖고 저희도 오늘 그런 인상을 받고 출발을 해봅니다. 본격적으로 부스터 코치님 소개를 드릴게요. 1986년생 만 32살. 캐나다 출신이신데 캐나다 이탈리아 국적을 동시에 갖고 계신 것 같던데요. 맞습니까?
My dad was born in Italy, and my mom is also Italian descent. And for hockey, sometimes it's good to have a dual passport. So when I was 24 years old, 23, someone recommended that I get my Italian passport, and I went to play in Italy that following year just to try the new experience. And it's easier to work in Europe with an Italian passport.
네, 선수 시절 때 포지션은 디펜스를 맡으셨었고 또 디펜스다 보니까 대명의 수비 라인 구축에 아주 큰 힘이 되지 않을까 기대를 하고 있습니다. 2001-2002 시즌부터 WHL에서 6시즌 활약을 하셨고요. 그리고 제가 찾은 이력에 이런 게 나오던데 2007년 4월에 뉴욕 레인저스와 엔트리 레벨로 3년 계약을 하셨어요. 그래서 계약 후에 2009년 6월에 몬트리올 캐네디언스로 트레이드가 됐었는데 그때 이제 뉴욕 레인저스와 몬트리올 캐네디언스 간의 3대4 트레이드에 포함이 되셨던 그런 선수였어요. 또 2001-2002 시즌에 뉴저지 데블스에서 활약을 또 했었더라고요. 뭔가 참 세상이 좁구나, 하키판이 좁구나, 다 얽히고 엮이는 그런 또 관계를 볼 수가 있었습니다.
Well, they say small hockey world, right? I mean, there's that connection. I coached in Angers in France. After I left, he went and played in Angers in France. So there's many different connections when you play hockey that seems like it's a pretty small world. In fact, I have a quiz. How many Dame Young players did he coach before he came to Dame Young? Do you know the answer?
I don't know.
Was it 3? I think 3 players.
He coached 3 Dame Young players many years ago in Vancouver.
Yeah. When I was still playing, Yonsei came to Vancouver for a hockey camp in the summer. And I think YJ was on the team, and so was Doberman. And one more player I can't remember right now, but so Yonsei had a camp, and the coach asked me to come out and run some of the defensive drills for the D. So I came out, ran the drills, and then we ended up forming a summer team, and we played 2 games against Yonsei in the summer. So Yonsei ended up winning 1 game, and then the second game, the team we put together of professional and junior players beat Yonsei.
아, 참 묘한 인연이고 또 다시 만나 뵙게 돼서 너무나 반가우셨을 것 같아요. 2007-2008 시즌부터 2011-12 시즌까지 ECHL에서도 5시즌을 활약을 하셨는데 176경기에 44포인트를 하셨고 중간에 이제 이탈리아 생활 또 한 시즌이 포함이 되어 있어요. 그리고 뭐 아까 잠깐 말씀 나왔지만 최근에 이제 2016-17 시즌까지 최근 5년 동안에는 프랑스 리그의 앙제 팀에서 활약을 하셨는데요. 케빈 콘스탄틴 감독이 또 잠시 예전에 맡았었던 팀이기도 하죠. 그때 팀의 부주장으로서 우승도, 프랑스 리그 우승도 경험을 하신 바가 있고 2016-17 시즌을 끝으로 선수 은퇴를 하셨습니다.
Yep, yeah, that season we were lucky enough to win the French Cup. They have like the Korean Cup, very similar. It's a tournament with all the French teams. I think it's a few more games. I think it was 6 games to win the cup, and it was a great experience. You get to go to Paris for the finals. I think there was about 13,000 fans, and it felt for one day like you're in an almost NHL game because so many people and it's a lot of excitement.
Congratulations again to 은퇴하시고 한 1년 지났잖아요. 이제 코치를 부임하시기 전까지 1년 동안 어떻게 지내셨는지, 뭐 하고 지내셨는지 궁금한데요.
Well, I had stayed involved with hockey for half the year, where I ran some hockey camps on my own and did some personal training. And for the first half, I got involved with my brother-in-law's home building company, where he kind of builds neighborhoods, large neighborhoods, some neighborhoods, 100 homes. So I would kind of manage the sites. But when you're lucky when you're playing hockey, and then now that I'm coaching, I always say coaching is the second best job, playing is the best job. So I'm very lucky to be back involved with hockey and coaching with Kevin.
결국 뭐 감독님도 그렇고 코치님도 그렇고 다른 일도 하셨지만 돌고 돌아 다시 아이스하키로 오신 것을 환영합니다. 선수 시절 때 피지컬이 좋고 아주 터프하고 공격적인 디펜스로 평가됐다는 얘기가 들었는데 동의하시는지요?
Yeah, I wouldn't say too tough, but I would play physical, and I had some offensive moments, so I tried to be kind of a two-way defenseman. A little bit of offense, but more focused on defense, I'd say.
네, 그렇군요. 선수 은퇴 후에 이제 대명에서 코치 생활하시는 게 처음 지도자 생활 시작하시는 것이라고 들었어요. 첫 시작, 뭐 이 부분에 대한 특별한 각오나 뭐 느낌, 감정이 있으신지 또 여쭤보고 싶어요.
I'm very excited just to be around the players, to be part of a team, and just learning from Kevin. It's a great experience. I mean, I feel Kevin probably one of the best coaches in the world, not just because he's sitting beside me, but I always thought that even before I started coaching with him, and to learn the process and the mental side that it takes to be a coach and how to kind of day-to-day interact with the team and produce, and the pressures on the ice, and it's just a big learning process, and I'm hoping that I can add my touch from my experience of a player to our players, and that's where I can see myself contributing the most.
네, 코치로서 콘스탄틴 감독님과 함께하게 되는데 선수로서 만약에 콘스탄틴 감독님을 만나셨다면 어땠을지 상상이 되세요? 어땠을까요?
Yeah, I think his reputation, I think he always says he has a very serious face. But when you meet him, he's a great person, loves to laugh and have fun. But when it's time to work, we work.
마이클 부스토 코치님은 은퇴하신 지 얼마 안 됐고 또 젊은 그런 코치님이라서 그런 부분에 있어서는 선수들하고 좀 더 말도 잘 통하고 좀 선수들 마음도 잘 이해할 수 있을 것 같고 또 그런 또 기대가 있습니다.
Yeah, that's I think that's part of my job is to kind of be a sort of bridge between some of the players and coach, and I think I need to have a strong relationship with the players and kind of get a feel for how they're doing in the day and try and make sure everyone's strong mentally and there's no problems.
참 코치님으로서도 한국에 오셨다는 거, 뭐 아시아리그 대명과 함께 어떤 새로운 시작을 한다는 거는 또 개인적으로 새로운 도전이잖아요. 한국에 오시기 전에 뭐 아시아리그라든지 대한민국 하키, 뭐 대명킬러웨일즈 뭐 이런 것들에 대해서 어느 정도 알고 오셨는지, 어떤 얘기를 듣고 오셨는지 좀 여쭤보고 싶어요.
Well, I've had teammates of mine who had played in the Asian League, and they'd always talk about it, the style of play. I've gotten to coach Yonsei, so I had an understanding of the strong work ethic that they had, and I see that still with the players. They're very serious about hockey. They study very hard the details and our systems, and I'm very excited to get started. For me, I'm always used to moving to different cities as a player, so transitioning to Korea, it's a little tricky, but for me, I enjoy making the transition to different cultures and always moving. It's nothing new to me.
네, 한국 선수들에 대한 인상에 대한 말씀도 포함이 되어 있었어요. 지금 갑자기 또 생각이 나는 게 작년에 감독님 인터뷰했을 때 한국 선수들에 대한 인상에 대한 말씀 중에 그런 부분이 역시 있었거든요. 한국 선수들 굉장히 근면하다. 자신의 하키에 대해서 신경을 상당히 많이 쓰는 게 굉장히 인상적이었다. 그런 말씀을 주셨는데 좀 같은 의견이신 것 같아요.
Yeah, I think it's very true. I think the Asia League player in general, and certainly our Korean players, the work ethic is outstanding. The coachability, the willingness to be coached is outstanding. Their efforts to try to put in play our team plan is outstanding. So I have found coaching in Korea, because of the players' personalities and work ethic, I've found it to be very fun.
자, 케빈 콘스탄틴 감독님 그리고 마이클 부스토 코치님에 대한 소개를 좀 드리면서 시청자 여러분들, 청취자 여러분들의 좀 이해를 돕기 위한 시간을 가졌습니다. 이제부터는 아시아 리그, 하키에 대한 이야기로 좀 들어가 보려고 하는데 먼저 감독님, 지난 시즌에 처음으로 경험해본 아시아 리그였습니다. 뭐 그동안 많은 리그를 경험해 보셨는데 아시아 리그는 어떤 리그라는 또 인상을 받으셨는지, 다른 리그와 비교했을 때 아시아 리그만의 좀 특징이 있다면 어떤 것들이 있었는지 먼저 여쭤볼게요.
Well, I thought last year the exciting part and the bonus of coming and coaching in Korea was the fact that the Olympics were held in Korea. In my experience, having been part of the 1980 Olympics in the U.S., was that playing hockey at a high level is beneficial for all of hockey in a country. And so Korea has now moved up a division and had to play internationally at a higher level, and they were part of an Olympic experience. Plus the exposure the game got because the Olympics were held here are all part of a trend, I believe, And that trend is that the Asia Hockey League is getting better and better. There's more players hearing about it. There's more quality players joining the league, and the Korea player themselves are getting better. So I would say that the Asia League is a league that is growing in a positive way, both in terms of the world knowing about it and in terms of the quality of play within the league. So I think the league myself is probably maybe a stronger league than it was 2 or 3 years ago. And I think the Olympics had an awful lot to do with this improvement in the league.
대명킬러웨일즈가 지난 시즌에 뭐 종합 선수권 대회 우승이라는 아주 잊지 못할 기억의 또 성과가 있었고, 이제 근데 아시아리그에서는 이제 당초 목표로 했던 플레이오프 진출에는 실패를 했었어요. 조금은 민망한 질문을 좀 드려야 되는데, 대명킬러웨일즈가 지난 시즌에 플레이오프 진출 실패한 이유, 이 원인을 감독으로서는 어떻게 생각하시는지. 한 달 전에 이현준 GM님께서는 우리가 부족했다, 우리 실력이 여기까지였다 이렇게 말씀을 하셨거든요. 감독님의 생각은 어떠신지요?
Well, you said that our goal was to make the playoffs, but I don't know who our is. So I don't know who you refer to when you say our goal was to make the playoffs. I think my goal was that we were a better hockey team by the end of the year than we were at the beginning of the year last year, that we were a better hockey team last year than we were the year before, and that the players themselves had a positive experience where they learned a lot about the game. And so if those are the criteria, I think last year was a really successful year, that we got better. And I think that's, again, the goal. We want to get better than we were the year before, and we want the players to have a positive experience and learn. And so that'll be the goal, again, from the coaching staff's standpoint.
단순히 드러난 것은 플레이오프 진출 실패였지만 또 감독, 코칭 스태프 입장에서는 또 느끼는 바가 그렇게 다르구나라는 것을 또 한번 느낄 수가 있습니다. 부임 후에 첫 시즌 킬러웨일즈에서 경험을 하면서 더 나은 하키팀이 될 것이라는 목표 아래 더 나은 하키팀이 되었을 거라 생각이 됩니다. 지난 1년 사이에 대명킬러웨일즈에게 온 변화, 가장 큰 변화는 뭐라고 보시나요?
Well, I think there's components in winning. You know, all we can provide is the coaching component of winning, but there's other factors that are very important. Goaltending is really, really important in terms of a team winning, and then the players. I mean, if you're going to improve in the standings, you probably have to have improved players, and the improvement in players can be two things. It can be that each individual player is better than they were the year before, or that there's a different player. And so we're going to have to hope that all the work we did last year improves our players and that they're better this year than last year, but we've also changed some players. And I think the player changes that have been made are positive. I think we'll be I think one thing we'll be able to do is, I think, create a little more offense this year. I think we've added some players that can help us offensively. And then it's just, we have to wait and see. We have to see how this all turns out, because there's been a lot of changes.
네, 그러한 선수도 많이 바뀌었고 여러 가지의 변화들이 올 시즌에, 새 시즌에 어떻게 나타날 것인지 기대감이 커지고 있는데 그 부분 잠시 후에 이야기를 나눠보기로 하고요. 그에 앞서서 잠시나마 대한민국 하키를 접한 그런 또 느낌이 궁금하기도 합니다. 올림픽도 있었고요. 뭐 아까 말씀 주셨지만 평상시에 뭐 감독님이라든지 뭐 빌 머레이 트레이너님이라든지 뭐 예전에 그 타일러 코치님도 계셨고요. 대한민국 아이스하키의 어떤 뭐 저변이라든지 환경 이런 것에 대해 평소에 어떤 얘기를 좀 주고받으시든지 뭐 그런 것도 좀 궁금한데요.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a pretty small league. An 8-team league is a small league, so it was a little easier to get to know kind of all the teams in the league because it's a small league. With the excitement of the Olympics coming last year, I think hockey was on the tip of the tongue of people. as far as the style of hockey and so forth, it's what you do when you're hockey people. You sit around and compare all of your hockey experiences with the one you're in currently. So all of us have had hockey experiences, and now here we were in Korea comparing our previous hockey experiences to Korea hockey. So, of course, the topic of where is Korea hockey at was talked about almost non-stop.
그 올림픽 월드 챔피언십이 얼마 전에 끝났는데 대한민국 대표팀이 처음으로 올림픽에 나갔고 또 월드 챔피언십 나갔는데 결과적으로 전패를 하고 왔어요. 한국인은 아니지만 한국에 있는 지도자로서 이번에 전패를 하고 돌아온 대한민국 국가대표팀에 대해서 어떤 뭐 얘기를 좀 해줄 수 있을까요? 조언을 해줄 수 있다면 어떤 것들이 있을까요?
Well, my personal opinion is they did fantastic, and I'm just going to give you a couple numbers as to why. The total participation of youth hockey players in Korea is somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 to 4,000 youth hockey players in the country. The participation of hockey in the United States and Canada is about 500,000 people play hockey in the United States and Canada. So you're asking a group of 4,000 people to produce a national team in Korea, and you're asking a group of 500,000 people to form a national team in the US or Canada. Those are virtually impossible odds to be competitive. And yet Korea was very competitive. Maybe they didn't win the games they wanted to, but in terms of playing at a respectable level and competing fairly evenly with the best 12 teams in the world, Korea was able to do that. And congratulations to them for doing that. They had a few North American imports on the team. Nonetheless, the team was made up of mostly Korean native bred and born and raised players in hockey. And they should be very proud. I know when you don't have any wins, you're disappointed. And when you work so hard for a few years to prepare for the Olympics and you don't win, you're disappointed. But in the magnitude of world hockey and the odds against them, because it's still a growing sport in the country, I think the country did a fantastic job of hosting the Olympics, and the hockey team themselves did a really good job of participating at a very high level.
또 어떤 분들은 이번 대표팀의 결과에 대해서 또 실망하셨던 분들도 계시고 또 앞으로 이거 어떻게 해야 되나 뭐 이런 또 걱정을 하시는 분들도 있는데 감독님 말씀을 들어보면 충분히 우리가 어려운 여건 속에서 이만큼 해냈고 자부심을 가질만 하고 또 자신감을 갖고 앞으로를 준비해도 되겠다 또 그런 또 생각을 하게 되네요. 부스터 코치님은 대한민국 대표팀의 결과에 대해서 어떤 말씀 주실 수 있을까요?
Yeah, I didn't get to watch too much of the Olympics. The time change was tough to watch games, and I was working usually quite a bit. But I mean, I've been watching kind of Korean hockey and the Asian League on video more recently because I didn't know I was going to be a coach in Korea, so I didn't really pay too much attention. And living in the U.S., they played more just the U.S. hockey games, so I watched the U.S. games quite a bit. I think the players, it's a long road. Like they've put a lot into getting better every year, and like Kevin said, just watching the video of the start of last season in practice and compared to right now where the start is, I think there's large improvements. And I think just competing with teams like Canada, US, and Russia, these are hockey. They invest a lot of money in the sport too, and a lot of time. And for Korea to do that well in the Olympics, it's like Kevin said, it should be proud of their hockey team. And they were considered underdogs, I'm sure. And I mean, they worked hard. They put in good effort, and it's something to be proud of.
역시 같은 맥락에 좀 자신감을 북돋아 주시는 말씀을 해주신 것 같아요. 많은 팬분들이 크게 실망하지 않으셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 지난 평창 올림픽 또 덴마크에 있었던 월드 챔피언십 굵직한 2개의 국제 이벤트가 있었는데 그 대회 경기들을 좀 어느 정도 보셨는지 또 혹시 보셨다면 최근에 그 하키의 어떤 흐름이라든지 어떤 트렌드 뭐 이런 것에 대한 특별한 인상을 받으신 게 있는지 뭐 약간 인상 깊었던 팀이라든지 뭐 선수라든지 어떤 얘기도 좀 좋은데요.
I watch more of the Olympics than I watched of the World Championships. the World Championships in hockey world are a big thing in Europe, and I think also to Asia, Japan, and so forth. The World Championships in the United States is not something that's watched hardly at all because all of the focus is the Stanley Cup. So people watch 100% of the Stanley Cup and pay almost zero attention to the World Championships. But in Europe, the World Championships are very big. So my comment really can only be about about the Olympics. It was an interesting year because there was no NHL players in the Olympics, so it changed the strength of each team because their NHL players weren't participating. But I would say I strongly believe the game of hockey gets faster and quicker and better and more skilled and more talented all the time. A little example of that would be just our own Matt Murley talking about skating with young players this summer and trying to find ice and prepare. And he just said he's amazed at the skill, the stick handling, passing, shooting, speed of today's younger players. So hockey gets better and better and better all the time. The game's getting faster and faster. The fact that Vegas could be an expansion team in the NHL and playing the Stanley Cup Finals is a testimony to how important speed is in the game, because if they were anything, they were a fast team. So the game's improving, you know, and I think that's exciting for the sport. The game gets better and better all the time.
코치님은 어떠셨어요?
I think for World Championships, it's exciting for players. Anytime you get to wear your country's jersey and colors, it's very exciting for a player. And I know I never got that opportunity to wear a Canadian or Italian, I guess, jersey. But for players, it's one of the best things you can do, and is to represent your country. And I think when you go to these tournaments, players, it's just a great experience for them. Playing against other countries, seeing the different levels, the different style of play each country has. And it's a good experience, especially, I mean, for our players, they get to see a different way hockey is played in a different country, and playing against ex-NHL players and some current top-level Russian players. It just makes you a better player too. And I think with the way hockey, Kevin said it, speed is so important now, and being able to play fast and think fast was something we're going to very much stress, because you can be a fast player, but if your mind can't match that foot speed, then it's not much use. And young hockey players, I think they're more devoted to getting better. There's personal trainers, personal on-ice training, off-ice training. It's a full-time commitment at a very young age now. And I think maybe it's not the best. I think being so committed at young ages, like 7, 8 years old, I think for me, I like playing other sports, getting athletic, but now it seems like every young player has to be committed at a very young age.
역시 두 분 이야기에서 공통적으로 나온 게 스피드인 것 같기도 한데, 최근에 막 스피드 하키 이런 트렌드 좀 강조가 나오잖아요. 근데 두 분 말씀에서도 그런 게 좀 느낀 것 같고, 좀 빠른 경기를 하기 위해서는 빠르게 생각해야 되고, 빠르게 움직여야 되고, 빠르게 대처해야 되고, 뭐 그런 또 최근의 아이스하키 흐름을 또 한 번 느낄 수가 있는 대목이었습니다. 자, 새로운 시즌 2018-19 시즌 아시아리그 새 시즌이 다가오고 있습니다. 개막이 한 3주 정도 남았는데요. 지금 어떠세요? 뭐 느낌이 괜찮으신지, 현재 상황에 대해서 좀 어떤 생각 갖고 계신지요?
Well, I think for me, like, I would compare what we're trying to do if we look at both years. I would compare it to kind of building a house. When you build a house, the foundation is kind of the most important part of a house. If you don't have a good foundation, you know, a house will tip over. But the foundation is also the ugly part of a house. the rest of the house often looks prettier, but you build it second. I think last year was really building a foundation. It was educating players and putting details and systems in place. And I hope this year can be more of kind of building the rest of the house, maybe the stuff that even looks a little better in your house. And in this particular 3 weeks of a rookie camp, it was just taking all new players and trying to get them up to speed with kind of where we went last year so that they're not overwhelmed when the main camp comes here and all of our players are here. So that's kind of the 2-year outlook, and then the short term, what we tried to get done the last 3 weeks.
팀을 만들어가는 과정을 또 집 짓기에 이렇게 비유를 해주시니까 이해가 잘 되는 것 같죠? 네, 재밌는 비유였어요. 아까 감독님 말씀 중에도 얘기가 나왔는데요. 대명킬러웨일즈가 올 시즌 앞두고 정말 많은 선수들을 보강을 했고 선수단의 변화가 컸어요. 감독님이 그 감독으로서 어떤 선수 보강이 필요하다고 느낄 때, 우리 팀의 어떠한 부족한 부분을 느낄 때 감독님이 직접 우리 팀에 이런 선수가 필요하다라고 뭐 이현준 GM님이라든지 구단 쪽에 요청을 하시는 편인지, 아니면 뭐 선수 영입이나 계약 이런 건 전적으로 구단의 결정에 따르고 거기에 맞춰서 진행을 하시는 편인지 그게 좀 궁금한데요.
All of last year, 28 games, we watched video after every game to analyze every game, and our GM sat with the coaches throughout each of those 28 games. So we have a chance for 2 hours after every single game to have the GM and the coach together and talk hockey through watching the video. And in that process, you look at your team and you analyze, we're good at this, we're not as good at that, we have good players here, we need better players here. And I think the changes in personnel, the changes in players that happened from December 12th of the end of last year till right now were just the culmination of all of those discussions held during the course of the year. And so I think it's a kind of a committee effort by all the people that are on our hockey staff, GMs, coaches, trainers, everybody collectively tries to contribute to making personnel decisions.
평상시에 활발한 의견 교류가 있었고 그런 과정을 통해서 이러한 선수 계약 영입의 결과물이 나왔다고 또 볼 수가 있겠네요. 팀에 새롭게 합류한 선수들이 참 많습니다. 마이클 스위프트, 마이크 테스트리드, 김혁, 최시영, 이성진, 박민규, 시몬 데니, 최근에 알렉산더 폴로프까지 이 선수들에 대해서 좀 어떤 기대를 갖고 있나요?
Well, I think in some cases you expect a player to contribute what his history says he can contribute. So certainly in the case of Michael Swift and Mike Testweed, I mean, they have a track record of performance that predicts what they'll be able to contribute to a hockey team, and those would be the minimum standards that we would want from them. In other cases, whether you're talking about Shee or Doberman coming from playing in the Army 2 years, or Simone Denis coming from playing in the East Coast Hockey League, I think those players are a little less known and have a little less history, but nonetheless they were chosen because we think that there's something about their game that's going to be very helpful to us as a team. I do think that for me, in terms of the changes in players, I have a known, and I think, and I don't know. And I think our group of forwards I know is better. I think our group of D is slightly improved from last year, and I don't know is my answer to how we're going to be in goal. So we all hope that the player changes are positive changes that are going to make us a better team, and of course we all hope that that puts us in a playoff position for the first time as a franchise this year. That's our hope.
여러 선수가 왔는데 제가 좀 이 선수에 대한 질문을 드리고 싶어요. 국내 팬분들에게는 새로 들어온 대명 선수들 중에서도 가장 지금 베일에 쌓여져 있는 선수가 시몬 데니 선수가 아닐까 싶거든요. 시몬 데니 선수 계약 발표가 됐을 때 당시에 킬러웨일즈 보도 자료에 따르면 이 선수가 스케이팅이 뛰어나고 파워플레이에서 활용도가 높은 수비수다 이런 얘기를 했었고요. 거기에 이제 덧붙여 나온 얘기가 흥미로운데 일본 4팀이 다 이 선수를 원했는데 데니 시몬 선수가 자신을 직접 만나러 온 콘스탄틴 감독의 정성에 감동을 받아서 대명과 손을 잡았다 이런 얘기가 나와요. 도대체 어떤 정성을 쏟으신 건지 시몬 데미 선수 영입에 어떤 좀 역할을 하신 건지 그게 좀 궁금한데요.
Well, ultimately, Simone signed here for reasons only Simone would know. We hope that part of that was seeing a player we thought would be a good addition to our team and trying to impress on him that we wanted him to be part of it. And I always feel that's best done when you can look eye to eye with a player. So it was important for me to go meet with Simone and sit down and talk with him, mostly to show him how interested we were, but also to explain our style of play so that he would feel comfortable coming into a certain style of play. I think our other imports, Brett Parnham, Matt Murley, for example, were also very influential in Simone coming here because I encouraged Simone to talk to those players and then from player to player understand what he was going to be walking into. And yes, I think we did get a player who I think you're right is going to be pretty fast in this league and should help our power play. But I think most importantly, we got a really good person that's just going to make other people around him better because he's such a positive, energized person that there's no doubt I think he'll make everyone around him just enjoy hockey more and have more energy because of his energy. So we're happy he's here.
감독님이 직접 면대면 하셔서 설명하셨던 부분이 시몬 데니 선수의 마음을 움직였을 것 같고 감독님이 이 선수에 대해서 어떤 생각을 갖고 계신지를 또 느낄 수 있는 그런 내용들이 좀 나온 것 같아요. 자, 이 많은 선수들을 이제 어떻게 원팀으로 만들어서 새 시즌을 잘 치르느냐 이게 킬러웨일즈의 올 시즌 가장 중요한 과제가 될 것 같습니다. 많은 변화가 있었고 선수들 바뀌었고 이걸 한데 모아야 되는데 감독님, 코치님 입장에서 어떤 구상, 어떤 보관을 갖고 계신지요?
Well, I think having a structure or a system, I think that's one thing that brings a team together because they all have to learn a similar way to do things. So I think those requirements to fit into a system make everybody become more team-oriented. We stress language. There's Korean language, but then there's of course English, which we coach in. And then there's hockey language, but we actually try to even be more specific. We have really Dame Young killer whale language, the words we use. And I think by everybody having to have the exact language, I think draws people together. But I think what draws people together the most is sharing a common goal and going through common experiences. I think that's what draws people together the most. So we hope chasing perfection, which is really our ultimate goal, is to chase excellence and forcing ourselves to do those things. I think that's what draws people together. So that's the plan for becoming a team.
자, 이 팀이 어떻게 해서 원팀이 돼서 새 시즌에 어떤 모습을 보여줄까 많은 팬분들이 궁금해하실 것 같습니다. 올 시즌, 다가올 올 시즌에 대한 조금 더 세부적인 질문을 좀 드려보려고 하는데 일단 감독님께 지난 시즌에 사실 전체 8개 팀 가운데서 최저 득점팀이 대명킬러웨일즈였어요. 굉장히 많은 골을 넣었다는 생각이 들지만 기록적으로 봤을 때는 골이 가장 안 난 팀이었거든요. 근데 그 안에 좀 더 면밀히 들여다보면 맨머리, 스츠키, 유타 요 라인에 사실 집중됐던 그런 득점력을 볼 수가 있었고 올 시즌에 이 공격의 어떤 다각화, 좀 더 많은 득점을 만들기 위한 어떤 구상을 갖고 계신지요?
Well, just a couple comments about that. The league, if you compared our league to other leagues, the spread between the lowest scoring team and the highest scoring team was unbelievably close. So I think that's important when you just throw that figure out about us being a low scoring team. We're pretty close on par with the other teams in the league. So I don't think there's some type of dramatic improvement on the offensive side. The second thing would be, you know, we strive to win, not to be at a certain level offensively. The goal of the game is to win the game. So you have to prioritize winning. That being said, offense, of course, is an important component. I would also say that the coaching can impact the defensive results way quicker and to a greater degree than coaching can impact an offensive result. Offense is really is the talent level of the players on your team, not the amount of coaching that goes into it. Coaching can help but can't change offense. So part of becoming a better offensive team is finding offensive players, and thus the addition of some players, we hope, Swift, Testweed, Froloff, and not being dependent on just a few players, Murley, Utah. We think we will have a more balanced attack, and we've added some good offensive players. And because we've added good offensive players, we hope we're going to score more goals than last year.
골을 많이 넣는 팀보다는 이기는 팀이 되고 싶다. 예, 그 말씀 좀 인상적으로 다가오네요. 말씀 주신 대로 되게 공격적인 성향, 공격적인 능력이 많이 있는 선수들이 이번에 더 또 들어온 느낌이에요. 공격수도 수비수도 마찬가지고요. 코치님께 좀 드리고 싶은 말씀인데, 그만큼 이제 상대적으로 공격보다는 수비 쪽에 좀 더 전력을 다져야 되지 않을까, 대명이. 뭐 이런 또 생각도 듭니다. 수비 라인이 어떻게 이루어지느냐가 좀 중요할 것 같은데, 수비 부분에서 선수들에게 가장 중요시하고 강조하시는 부분은 어떤 것인지요?
But in saying that, I mean, a goalie is very important for keeping pucks out of the net. And it's not just the defenseman's job to play defense. I think our details and its team defense is probably the most important to keeping pucks out. When we play, we don't say, hey, we don't want to score goals. I think we want to get to our goal is to get to the offensive zone as fast as possible. That's where we want to play. And it doesn't take just the defense. That's a team effort and a team structure, and our team details will result in better defense.
제가 막 골리 이야기로 넘어가려던 참이었어요. 근데 또 코치님이 골리 말씀 주셨어요. 어떻게 보면 가장 중요할 수도 있는 지금 대명킬러웨일즈의 빈자리는 골리인 것 같습니다. 러시아 출신 골리 영입 계획이 있는 것으로 알고 있는데, 어떤 골리가 좀 좋은 골리라고 생각하는지, 어떤 부분에 대해서 좀 골리에 대한 평가의 기준을 좀 갖고 계신지.
Well, I think the best goalie in today's game of hockey is a bigger goalie that's athletic and quick. I think when I played goalie, you asked about me being a goalie. When I played goalie, goalies were smaller and maybe very athletic. And then there became a time where goalies were bigger, but maybe couldn't move around in the net very good. And now in today's game, goalies are a combination of many over 6 feet tall, pretty big, and still can move just as good as a small goalie. So, you know, most of the goalie, being a goalie, is just filling up the net. So the bigger the better, because you just take up space in the net. But along the way, you still got to move and make saves also. So for sure, that's been the trend of the last 10 years of goaltending in the world of hockey.
Well, for a D-man, I always liked a goalie that was good at playing the puck, because that would save me a few hits during the season. It's always nice when your goalie can play it and the D doesn't have to get hit. But I mean, I've had lots of good goalies in different ways. Some have been very good at just staying in the net and stopping the pucks, and some have been a little more active in communication and playing the pucks, like I said. But I think there's different every goalie is different, and every goalie needs to kind of find that rhythm, and usually goalies go through hot streaks, and hopefully for me a consistent goalie is the best goalie, someone you could rely on night in and night out. He makes the easy save, and then hopefully our other players can get rid of the puck.
자, 다가올 새 시즌이 참 기대가 되는 시즌이고 중요한 시즌입니다. 콘스탄틴 감독님 체제 대명의 두 번째 시즌이기도 하고 또 부스토쿠티님 가세에서 함께하는 첫 시즌이에요. 대명킬러웨일즈, 지난 시즌과 비교해서 가장 달라질 것이라고 기대하는 부분, 새 시즌에 대한 기대치, 목표는 무엇인가요?
Well, you know, the first thing I'd say is I'm always so thankful to be here in Korea and doing what I love. And I try to keep in mind that the game in Korea is the Korean people's game. It's and you know, so I'm trying to help the people I work for. So for me, the greatest thing would be that the game of hockey grows in Korea, that Daemyeong is proud to as a company to have a hockey team that represent them, and that the players that I coach leave with a athletic and life experience that they look back on and they feel they're a better person and have a better life because they participated in a program that I was responsible for being part of. So that's a lot different than me 15 years ago. 15 years ago was, well, we got to win the championship or I didn't do a good job. And I start to see hockey more from the human side and not just the wins and losses side as I get older. More specific to hockey, I hope that we make one more step. We went from expansion team that could barely win to barely missing the playoffs last year, and I hope we take the next step. I hope we compete for the playoffs at the end of the year and we're part of a run towards a championship, and that means we've improved, and that's what I hope for.
챔피언보다 더 중요한 것을 추구하는 감독님의 그런 어떤 현재 생각을 또 느낄 수가 있는데, 그래도 플레이오프 가고 우승하면 좋잖아요. 저희 온더스포츠 내부에서는 올 시즌 대명킬러웨일즈의 시즌 준비 상황을 보면서 이 정도면 뭐 아시아리그 우승에 도전해 볼 만한 전력이 아니냐 이런 얘기들을 실제로 하고 있거든요. 어떻게 생각하세요?
I hope you guys are brilliant prognosticators. I hope you're brilliant predictors. We would all like that. I mean, but we are, you know, that being said, we're kind of an effort focused, not a results focused, because we believe when you put in the effort, the results take care of themselves. So you guys can talk about that. We're going to worry about the drills we're doing in tomorrow's practice.
저희가 많이 맞추기도 하지만 많이 틀리기도 합니다. 이건 청취자 시청자분들이 다 알고 계세요.
Sometimes really good predictor, but sometimes really bad.
코치님도 개인적인 또 기대치와 목표가 있으실 것 같은데 다가올 시즌에 대해서 어떤 목표와 기대를 갖고 계신가요?
I think I want to be part of well, I'm thankful as well to be part of this organization, and I feel honored to be in the position, and I think I can, on a daily basis, I would like the guys to, like we said, get better every day and continue to improve. And I want the guys to enjoy coming to the rink, and being part of that is kind of my goal, is hoping guys want to come to the rink and have that attitude of getting better when they get here, day by day. Because, I mean, you don't win the championship in August. It's a process, and you want to get better. You can't win it just by showing up. You have to get better every single day and continue to improve throughout the season. I think that's where our heads are at.
또 코치님의 철학을 엿볼 수 있는 대목인데, 그런 부분이 선수들에게 좀 잘 전달이 돼서 선수들이 링크장에서 또 자신의 플레이로 보여줬으면 하는 바람입니다. 이제 오늘 순서 마지막 질문인데요. 마지막 질문 되게 쉬운 질문일 거라는 생각을 해요. 감독님, 코치님이 추구하시는 하키 스타일은 무엇인지, 대명에서 어떤 하키를 앞으로 보여주실 것인지.
Well, I think our hockey style is gonna be a combination of hard work, team structure, being very quick, with a flair of each individual's color, because each player on the team brings a little different gift. So you're going to see these little spurts of a certain player's, gift within that work, detail, and quickness.
어떤 하키를 추구하시냐 제가 여쭤봤는데 감독으로서 어떻게 할 것인지에 대한 답변으로 대체해 주신 것 같아요.
네.
코치님은 어떤 하키를 보여주시겠습니까?
Well, I think we're going to be a very detailed team, and our kind of job is to put the system in place, and usually throughout the season, I think the team kind of identity comes to show itself a bit. So we lay the system and the preparation, and the team identity and how they play is we're really going to see that once they kind of start to gel and form within our system.
그만큼 잘 준비를 하겠다 이런 말씀이신 것 같네요. 알겠습니다. 앞으로 두 분이서 또 펼쳐주실 그런 하키, 어떤 하키가 될지 더 기대를 해보겠습니다. 많은 분들이 보셨고 들으셨고 함께 하셨습니다. 청취자 여러분, 또 시청자 여러분, 대명킬러웨일즈 팬 여러분께 각각 남기고 싶은 말씀 한마디씩 부탁드릴게요.
It's really hot outside. Get ready to come in the rink. You can cool down and be hopefully really entertained this year. I'm so excited. I think this is going to be a really another positive step in the direction of being a great hockey program.
Yeah, we can't wait to get started, and it's always exciting to start the new season and come on watch the 대명킬러웨일즈 take another step in the right direction.
네, 알겠습니다. 요즘 한국에서요 감독님, 코치님들이 이번 시즌에 우승하면 뭐 하겠다 이렇게 제가 공약 거는 게 유행이에요. 혹시 두 분은 뭐 그런 거 생각하실 만한 게 있으실까요? 이번 시즌 우승하면 내가 팬들을 위해서 뭘 하겠다. 뭐 댄스를 하겠다, 밥을 사겠다, 뭐.
Like buying a meal or some kind of events.
What's our mark that we have to hit?
우승? 플레이오프?
Playoff or
챔피언? or
Okay, if we go to the playoffs, when our season ends, some fan can come and shave my head.
shake my head?
shake?
shake my hand?
Shave my head.
shake my...
Okay.
wow.
You said make a promise.
I heard shake my hand.
No, shave my head.
Seriously? Okay.
wow.
Really okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Wow.
So cool. For you, Mike.
Top that.
너무 강한 걸 하셔가지고.
They can shave Kevin's head, yeah.
He promises someone can shave my head.
So I gotta do
No, he
something
can, if
different.
we win the Korea Cup this year, he has to
Korea
do something.
Cup, okay. Korea Cup, we win the Korea Cup. What could I dress up as for one day? Or maybe make a special dancing video.
For you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Korea
He will do Gangyang style live if we win the Korea Cup. He'll do a Gangyang style imitation.
Someone has to teach me too a little bit.
좋습니다. 저는 되게 가볍게 던진 그냥 마지막 그냥 지나가면서 던진 질문이었는데 너무 거창하게 공약을 걸어주셔가지고요. 덕분에 질문이 더 살아난 것 같고 팬 여러분들 다 보셨으니까 기대가 되는데요. 플레이오프 진출하면 머리를 위겠다. 알겠습니다. 감사합니다. 자, 오늘 좀 긴 시간 함께 해주시고 출연해 주셔서 너무나 즐거웠고요. 또 그동안 몰랐었던 두 분의 생각, 또 재미난 얘기들이 많이 나왔던 것 같아서 좀 유익한 시간이었던 것 같습니다. 팬 여러분들께서도, 청취자 여러분들, 또 시청자 여러분께서도 그러하셨을 거라 믿고요. 앞으로 새 시즌 대명킬러웨일즈 멋진 하키 기대하겠고요. 또 응원하겠습니다. 오늘 너무나 감사드립니다.
감사합니다. Thank you for having
Love
us.
you.
Thank
Love
you.
to 대명킬러웨일즈.
Yes.
비하인드의 160회 어떠셨습니까? 오늘 보이는 라디오로 처음 진행을 해봤는데 조금 색달랐던 만큼 색다른 회차가 되지 않았나 그런 생각을 해봅니다. 마지막으로 저희 사연 배틀 이벤트 안내 다시 한번 드려야 될 것 같은데요. 최근에 비시즌이다 보니까 댓글 기근 현상에 돌입했습니다. 뭐 그렇게 보면 매년 이맘때쯤은 그랬던 것 같아요. 네. 저희가 사연 배틀, 여러분 자신이 겪은 하키에 대한 사연, 자신이 생각하는 하키는 어떤 하키인가, 어떤 얘기든 좋습니다. 하키 얘기면 되는데요. 사연을 이메일로 저희 보내주시면 저희가 또 상품을 나눠드리는 그런 사연 배틀 이벤트를 진행하고 있습니다. 저희가 8월 한 달간 받겠다고 했는데 바뀌었다면서요? 이번 시즌 내내 충분한 시간을 가지고 보내주시면 감사하겠고요. 단 먼저 보내시면 먼저 원하는 선물을 가져가실 수 있는 기회를 드린다고 하네요. 그 점 또 참고해 주시고 사연 배틀에 많은 참여 부탁드리겠습니다. himchan 온더스포츠.co.kr로 많은 참여 부탁을 드리겠습니다. 그리고 오늘 대명킬러웨일즈 두 분과 함께 했으니까 또 요거 하나 안내를 드리죠. 2018-19 시즌 시즌권 대명킬러웨일즈 홈경기 시즌권 판매가 8월 31일까지 진행이 되고 있습니다. 여러분 또 많은 관심을 부탁드리겠고요. 저희 다음 161회 때 또 다시 한번 찾아뵐 수 있기를 기대해 보겠습니다. 오늘 대명킬러웨일즈 두 분이 나오셨으니까 안양할라, 하이원 이 팀들의 감독님이나 코치님들과도 함께 할 수 있는 시간을 한번 가져보면 어떨까 기대를 해보면서 저희도 그런 시간 마련해 보기 위해서 노력을 해보겠습니다. 오늘 함께 해주신 여러분 대단히 고맙습니다. 감사합니다.